Hey, what is going on, everybody? You are back with TheReal PG for another NBA player prop video for today, January the 9th. Before we get into today's video, if I could ask you guys to smash that like button if you're gaining anything from this content. If you've not yet got subscribed to the channel, now is the time to get subscribed and to hit that bell button for the most up-to-date information on player injuries, player line movements, and anything else in regards to the slate. Last but not least, if you check out the description section below, you're going to find three very important links. The first one being to the free Discord. It is an extension of the YouTube channel and the heart and soul of the Real PG community. Over 1,000 people deep at this point, literally talking NBA, NFL, NHL, Prizepicks, Thrive, you name it, 24 hours a day. Tons going on in the Discord, guys. Come check this out on your own time. Second link is going to be to the Patreon. There is two tiers right now currently, a base tier and an all-access tier. The all-access VIP tier does include access around the clock, more or less, to me. You get to see all of my lineups. You get information on plays. If you have questions, I'll deep dive into them. You get the cheat sheets from props.cash along with the VIP subscription. So there's quite a few perks. There's more about it on the Patreon website. So again, check that out on your own time if something you're interested in. Last but not least, the link to Thrive Fantasy, my partnering site, and definitely my favorite bankroll building site. As you guys can see, you didn't see what I put $20 on the account when I started here, and I've built it to 337 since the last month maybe. I've yet to make a withdrawal, so I've just kind of been bouncing back and forth, and this is kind of like middle ground for me. It's definitely not the highest the account's been, but it's doing all right. So the reason this works for bankroll building really well is A, highest payouts in the industry, and B, they offer fewer props than a lot of other sites, and that does work in your favor. A, because it's less bullshit in your face that you are thinking about that you shouldn't be thinking about, more likely than not, and is just another way to get your money. B, you're forced to decide really on the best plays here because you're forced into less options, you know. So it works in the fashion that you're going to play more two-mans, more three-mans, and you're going to get higher payouts, therefore better for building your bankroll than sites like Prizepicks where you're going to be playing those lottery ticket six-mans. So if you sign up over at Thrive using my promo code, capital letters, PG, and you deposit $20 minimum, a couple different things are going to happen. You also do need to make a paid play, but the perk to that is they do $1 bets all day, every day at Thrive. So just to take care of the requirement, you can make a $1 two-man just to fulfill the requirement. And from there, when you use the promo code and you deposit, you're going to get your money doubled and matched 100% up to $100, meaning if you deposit the minimum 20, you're going to get 20 for free, leaving you with 40. If you deposit 50, you're going to get 50 for free. You deposit up to 100, you're going to get 100 free at the 100 point. So after you've done those three things, you come onto the Discord, you let me know you've done them. You've used my promo, you've made a deposit of 20 or more, and you've made a bet. You come on, you let me know, hey man, I've taken care of the requirements. Give me the email you signed up with, I get you verified. Once Thrive says, yeah man, he did all three of those things, she did all three of those things, whatever the case may be, I will personally send you $10 out of my pocket as a thank you for taking the time to go do this and giving Thrive a shot. Like I said, I think it will do big things for your bankroll in the future. Second, you will be added to a raffle for a jersey of your choice, and it is only available to Thrive users who used my promo code. Next, if you signed up anytime in the past on my promo code, or you sign up from here through the next 5 days, this coming weekend we're holding a free roll tournament. All you need to do is sign up, or if you're already signed up, come on. I'm going to give you, it's going to be password protected. I'm going to give you a password and bang, you're in. It's free, and you're going to compete with myself and all of the other people who have joined under my promo code. So it'll be a fun little free roll. Winner gets a jersey of choice as well for that. Last thing you're going to get when you do sign up at Thrive and you take care of the requirements is, if you're not already a Patreon member, you will get a taste of the Patreon, and I will give you the VIP Patreon picks for the day that you are approved. So again, you get your money matched 100%. You're going to get $10 refunded to you out of my pocket. You're going to get Patreon picks. You're getting a raffle for a jersey, and you're having a free roll where you can compete to win a jersey. All for just going over to Thrive and signing up with my promo code. So that being said, guys, let's hop into some plays today. It's very early, not even noon yet, so not much on the board. I've not had a chance to do a lot of research. This is the other point of coming into the Discord. Things will be updated throughout the day. I drop little tidbits here and there for everyone in not only the Patreon and the VIP chat, but in the main chat as well. So it definitely pays to be a member of the Discord. So let's take a look, though. First guy we're gonna look at is Paolo Banchero today. He has basically a dream matchup as far as the points go. So let's take a look. He is going to be playing against Sacramento today, and they do have him listed as a power forward. Since they've had some lineup adjustments with Fultz being back and Harris being in the lineup, they've switched Franz to the 3, and they're playing Paolo as like an extended 4 kind of. So let's look at the stats for. Well, first let's look at the books and see what Paolo's numbers look like for Vegas. So they say his points are juiced slightly to the under at 21.5. I think that number is going to move big time throughout the day. They do have his PRA at an over. And over on Thrive, we're forced to look at either points plus assists or points plus rebounds. And we're going to be looking at the points plus rebounds. Because it's the same juice, but the rebounds, when we look at his history, are strong in the one game he's had versus Sacramento, as are the points. So let's take a look at the matchup now. So we got power forward versus... Nope. Or is it small forward? Sorry, guys. No, I'm confusing myself. Did I look it up as small forward? I did look it up as a small forward, so scratch that. It is Franzi who has the matchup today because of how they have them ordered. This is a thing of complication too. Depending where they're at on the court, the matchups are going to change depending who they're matched up against. Like Harrison Barnes is a much better defensive player than Keegan Murray or Kevin Huerter is. So Franz really has a tougher matchup with Barnes, but apparently as the 3, they have the best matchup, where Paolo normally plays the 3, and I think he will see run at the 3 today. Well, let's just look at what Franz's numbers look like today to see if they kind of believe that Franz will be getting more run from the small forward. See, he's minus 117 on points, but minus 108 on the PRA, which doesn't make sense at all, as he is juiced big time on assist and big time on rebounds. So PRA should be juiced big time too. So something doesn't add up with the public's betting and the lines. But let's look into these two guys specifically. So let's look first at Paolo Banchero and his history against Sacramento Kings, which is only one game, where he did put up 33 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 assists. Granted, he played 40 minutes. This may have been an overtime game. I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's take a look at what he's been playing lately. Excuse me, guys. So Paolo lately has been playing 31, 36, 36, 38, 32. So yeah, definitely that 40-minute game may have been overtime. So we can expect maybe not quite as much. Sorry, guys. So either looks pretty good. So if we look at Paolo's points plus rebounds, based on if he's playing the 3 today, he has an amazing spot. Based on his history, he should be able to take care of this number, as he put up 49 points and rebounds the first time he saw them. Now let's take a look at Franz and his past. See, it should be a little more lengthy than Paolo's is. So he's put up 31 points, 19 points, and 19 points. I'm hoping his line is at 18.5. I'm sure it's at 21.5 or 20.5. Yeah, so it's at 20.5. Prizepicks isn't dumb. They see these stats too. They see he's put up 19 twice, so they're not going to give you 18.5. But if you look, the rebounds and assists are kind of all over the place. Boards 396, assists 634. He has had 3 steals, 2 steals, and 1 steal. The most recent game with 3. So maybe fantasy points might not be a bad look, as he's only had a maximum of 2 turnovers in any of these 3 games, but he has had at least 1 steal or block, meaning he would have gained at least 1 fantasy point headway by doing that. In this game particularly, he would have got 7 extra fantasy points based off his steals and turnover totals. But yeah, if you look, he's at 22, 21 attempts over his last 2 games in 2022. One was this season, one was on the back end of last season. Had good amount of looks. If he's taking 22 looks in a game, he should easily be able to put up 20 points. If he's getting to the stripe 5 times, 1 time, and 7 times, if he can, get to the stripe 3, 4 times and hit 3 of those shots, and he takes 20 looks tonight and he makes 40% of them, he gets us there. So either way, I think Franz or Paulo doesn't look terrible. Let's take a look on here. I know Paulo's away stats are not great. Let's take a look at Franz first, because I have not looked at him yet today. Whoa, steal blocks for Franz looks insane too. Let's look at his points though. Okay, so he's been, and this is why they give you the 20.5 number. Look at this. 19, 19, 19, 20. So he is loving to be just under that line. If we look at his rebounds, not doing much for consistency. Assist, not much for consistency, really. I guess kind of in the 2-3 range. So let's look at his points plus assists. It looks no better than just the points. Points plus rebounds. That looks better. He's been very, very close, but he's hit it in 4 straight on the road. He's juiced under today for points plus rebounds, which again makes 0 sense, as when we look on Pinnacle, he is not. He has juice to the even money basically on the points, and big time juice on the rebounds at minus 162 over 3.5. So say he does give us 19 points and gives us 4 boards, that's 23. I think we're looking for 24.5 was the number on Thrive for Franz. 23.5 for the assist, or where are the points plus rebounds, Franzi? Not offered. So we could look at PRA, I guess, and see if that's any better. Okay, that's fine too. You hooked us at 27.5. Is that the number we're given? 27.5. So maybe that's not a terrible look. Maybe that's a better look. Maybe that's an equally good look as Banchero's points plus rebounds. Depending where they're going to be on the court, and it's going to shift. They're both wings. They're both going to be playing wing. So it kind of is a little bit of a sketchy spot there, because you're not really too sure who's going to get that usage. So I'll leave that for you guys to decide. We're going to just play him Franz PRA, just because I feel a little better about the hit rate on Franz. Banchero is all over the place. Just take my word on that, because the video is getting long. But second look we're going to be taking a look at is Giannis, and he sure has a spot today. Giannis versus the Knicks. Let's look at Giannis today. Alright, so let's start with his book lines. So Giannis today, for points alone, juiced at minus 147 to the over, plus 111 to the under. The PRA minus 139 to the over, plus 105 to the under. Just insane juice on the points there at minus 147. So if straight points are offered, we're probably going to look to the points, and then we will dig into some more stats. Let's go back to Thrive though and see what our options were for Giannis. So we are given PRA and points. Cool. So we're going to look at the points. And let's take a look at the matchups. We got the power forward versus the New York Knicks. And they are giving up, oof, really? Tough matchup, it says. 17 points a game, as well as 8 rebounds and 3 assists to the power forward. Well, I've got news for you. I don't buy it. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Game log versus the New York Knicks. Let me tell you why I ain't buying that. 37 points, 13 boards, 7 assists. 30 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. 38 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. Over the last 3, he's missed points once by a bucket. He's hit PRA dominantly every single game. So you know what? We're going to go back, and we are going to take the PRA based off that. Let's take a look at Giannis's stats on the road. Yes, on the road. So we're going to be looking at full game over the last 10. We're going to start off with just the points, guys. So he's hit the points in 3 of the last 6. Not great. He's been just below in 2 of them. Rebounds, he has been a pretty good on the road. A monster in the last 2 with 21 and 22. Another reason to get that PRA included. Like it says on here, last game against the Knicks was 13 boards. Over the last 5, the median is 14. Last 10, 13. And over the season, 13. So the boards are a very, very good look for Giannis as well. But we're not given that option on Thrive. So this is what we're going to roll out with. I would say take 1 with Franz, 1 with Giannis. These are early looks if you're going to lock any of this in. I also am incredibly high on Drew Holiday today, but I don't have a straight point stat for him, and that's what I want is the straight points. So yeah. Over here right now, early in the day, I'm very confident with the Giannis points, Giannis PRA, and then 1 of Franz or Paolo. I don't know. I'm going to have to dig a little more, but we're just going to submit one right now with Franz just to get it in, because if it's a good play and they do take it off the board, I want to have some shares of it. So that's what we're going to do over on Thrive today, guys. Actually, you know what? We'll throw 1 in with Paolo too right away, just like I said, just in case they decide to do anything funny. Some other plays I did like were Tatum, but I like his first half PRA, or I like his full game rebounds, which we'll look at on the other site, but we can't take a first half, and there's a 10-point spread on this game, so it makes me a little nervous. Granted, he's hit it in the past. Chicago's kept it close enough in the past where he's gotten run. There are a ton of other good plays that I'm seeing on here, but I've not looked into them deep enough. So, again, maybe let's not make any more bets quite yet until we can dig a little further. Another reason for you to jump into the Discord, guys. Get updates past the video. But let's hop over to Prizepicks and take a look at what I've kind of gotten in. We're going to remove Paolo just because we don't know whose spot it is really, Paolo's or Franz's yet. But we are going to look at these 2 plays. So we're going to look at Jason Tatum and his first half PRA as well as his full game rebounds. So if we take a look on the books at Jason Tatum against Chicago, this is a total of 237 points with a 9-point spread right now. So maybe it will stay close enough where we can look to these full game lines without being super nervous about a blowout. But for now, we're going to assume a blowout is possible, and we're going to look, though, to Tatum. So he's got some pretty substantial juice on these boards at 7.5, and let me show you part of the reason why. So if we look up Jason Tatum in his past matchups against the Bulls, you're going to see that he's been an absolute monster on the boards with 11, 12, 8, 10, and 12 over the last 5, all 5 of which hits. But if you look at the PRA Let's look at the first half PRA, like we said we were going to be looking at. He has had totals of 21 in the most recent game, where he would have missed by a basket. The game prior totaled 28, he would have hit. The game prior totaled 25, would have hit. The game prior 23, would have hit. The game prior 24, would have hit. So in the last 5, only the most recent game he missed by a point. All other 4 he hit the first half PRA, but in all 5 he hit the assist. So for Prizepicks, the 2 that we're going to be looking at are Jason Tatum's first half PRA with Giannis's PRA. We're going to go ahead and submit that. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove Tatum's first half PRA, and we're going to take a stab at the full game rebounds despite the possibility for blowout right now. The fact that it was a 10-point spread and is down to 8.5 makes me feel a lot better, as the blowout possibilities are slowly going away as the number comes down. So we'll take a look at this also. We'll submit both. We got 2 solid 2-mans in, and then we'll dig further as the day goes on. So if you want more, guys, follow in the Discord. If you want more than you're getting in the Discord for free and on the YouTube for free, check out the Patreon. It is amazing. We have been popping on the Patreon lately. We're up, I believe, let me look at the YouTube to see exactly what it was. I believe it was 100 some units in the first week, and that also didn't include, we played, okay, so it was 102.9 units, but that includes a 10 unit loss on the first. We didn't play together on the Patreon the first. We picked back up on Monday the 2nd, so really we were up as a whole on the Patreon 112 units the first week. So that is very strong. A lot of people won't see 100 units in a month, let alone 100 units in a single day like we had on Tuesday the 3rd. 114 unit win I personally had, and I know 90% of the Patreon tailed, so they had to be up some substantial money as well. Another way you can kind of find out how other people are doing is by coming into the Patreon and not looking at the big hits. That is just like the general trophy shelf, but coming to the testimonials. That is strictly in regards to the Patreon, and about 90% tails. This bottom section is just my stuff here from yesterday, but like going off the live streams, which were last Tuesday and Thursday, made me over $1,000 starting with 50. It's only my 3rd day here, crushing. Just made my Patreon money back. Win streak is real. So you guys can see, it's what's happening in this Patreon is real, guys. First night here, and will easily more than triple my initial $40 investment, worth every damn penny. There's nothing but good things to say. I've really not got many negative feedbacks from people who have canceled. A lot have canceled, and it's been for financial reasons or a change in something where they didn't need it. A lot of people in my Patreon, I try to teach you how to fish more than just feed you, so that you can join my Patreon for a month or 2 and you can be on your way. And you don't have to pay anybody anymore. You've got the tools. You've learned how to use the tools. I've taught you how to analyze the stats that you're seeing from the tools. So I promote teaching you, getting you in, and getting you out, so you never have to pay somebody else again, so that you can sustain on your own and make money on your own with the tools I've shown you, given to you. For the free tools out there, I have discount codes on every tool you would want to purchase. So again, guys, any questions, hit me up on the Discord. Make sure to check the Discord out. Make sure to check the Patreon out. And most importantly, make sure to get signed up over on Thrive Fantasy, you guys. if you're looking to build a solid and substantial bankroll, this is the site to do it on. And that's just the first reason to join, not alone, let alone the tons of upside in the promotions I'm doing right now. So, again, guys, check it out on your own time. I'm not going to take any more of your time up. If you are tailing today, I wish you the best of luck, and until the next one, peace.